Hey everyone, it's HeadChime and Perzan with another stream for IGL, and today we'll be talking about entering a tournament with a brand new faction, which is very exciting. Um,
Yeah,
Perzan is going into IGL with Yu Qing, who you've never played before, I don't think. Is that right?
uh, I only played Invincibles,
Okay,
and
okay,
it wasn't my list even.
right, right. So you've played someone else's Invincible Army list.
Yeah, Radex, yes,
Oh,
the winner
sure.
of IGL 1.
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, so what's your experience been like kind of preparing for a tournament with an army that you haven't played before? Like how did that
Mm,
work for you?
when I look at another army I'm not that familiar with, I try to find units that just excite me the most.
Hmm.
So in terms of like vanilla hack Islam, like the exciting thing is like Saladin, Fidei,
Okay, right.
Mukhtar,
Hmm.
Zuleika, like
Hmm.
that these are the things that excite me.
Sure.
In terms of like Baram, it's like Asawira, Pain Train, and
Hmm.
multiple
Hmm.
Fideis.
Right. So you're looking for
And
things that are exciting.
exciting and like different from other things.
Sure.
Those might not be the most optimized lists. I don't
Hmm.
know like two-thirds of the units in the vanilla Eugene roster.
Hmm. Hmm.
So all the Eugene players might already start clenching their teeth.
Sure.
But these are actually lists that I made myself.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
and they are locked in the tournament. So yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, so like the thing what excites me about Vanilla Yujing, first and foremost, is the Dao Ying Lieutenant level 2
Okay.
and Hak Tao. That's
Hmm.
just very straightforward interaction.
Shall I
Like
have
one
a
of
look
them
at
is
this
like
list here?
you can have a look. Yeah,
Sure. Okay, so we've got
I
this
will also
list.
search for.
So you're
Mhm.
saying you're excited by the Dao Ying and the Hack Tao?
Yeah, because
Hmm.
Dao Ying is a very cheap and very like the best safe lieutenant that has some function,
Hmm.
uh, brings lots of orders, and the Haktao is a very safe piece,
Hmm.
a very strong attack piece that is very safe. It's very expensive, but if you are going second, you can just start off the table and there is no risk of losing him.
Sure.
And
Okay.
that's what I like
Uh-huh.
about it. And also another thing is like it can sit in group two and siphon the orders from the Dao Ying, which
Right.
means that he will have like and this list is not
Hmm.
not the best, but yeah, it has like three regular orders and then two more from the Dioing and
Right.
then two more from the irregulars.
Uh-huh.
So that's not the best number. Uh, I should have more regulars for him, but like whenever I build a list and I have like access to Liberto, I like the Liberto there.
Hmm.
So the second group is like not designed to be always needing to use the Haktao. Sometimes I will just use Shaolin or the Liberto or just
Right.
put the
Awesome.
the program on Ruishi.
Sure, that makes sense. So you were attracted to a couple of the more unique units in Yuqing. You were looking at the Hack Tao because obviously it's a very powerful piece with its hidden deployment and camouflage and stuff like that. Um, and then you're pairing the NCO ability on the Hack Tao up with the Dao Ying, which gives you a bunch of extra orders, and then playing around with that.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. Another unit that excites me about Eugene is Ruishi, just
Hmm.
because how cheap it is and
Yep.
effective with the program. It's basically BS15 with the program
Yep.
and shooting through smoke,
Yep.
and you can repair it pretty easily. I have Monstracker because like command tokens and remote presence stack, so that's fine.
Hmm.
Uh, and then Monstracker also brings utility, as we discussed before.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And Evo Hacker is like a must for Ruishi. It's a tax on orders and pretty expensive to that. But yeah, if I'm not planning to actually like use the Hackdao in the first turn, if I have like a backup plan in the form of Liberto,
Hmm.
then I think I can afford like putting a program here first turn and then
Hmm.
like using Hackdao later.
Mhm.
after like Rishi dies. What I like about Rishi in the current meta is that it is a repeater,
Right. That seems pretty good.
which means that you can a put a program on it
Mhm.
whenever it is, and b you can use it to extend your hacking area.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
another like another thing that excites me about vanilla Yujing is that I think it's the only faction. I haven't checked like all of them. I checked a few, uh, but I think that's the only vanilla faction that has access to a hacker with
A
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense hacker. There might be one other one, but you're broadly right. Yeah, as far as I can see, I think it's
Yeah,
only one or two in the game. It's
yeah,
pretty exciting, isn't it, having a hacker with Sixth Sense?
yeah. Basically, normally you are playing a sectorial to just have
Mhm.
like I want to
Mhm.
say with Asawira Pain Train. I put a hacker in the core link just to have a Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
and this guy is paying for it. Like it's 25 points.
he
It's
is.
not like through the roof.
Sure.
He's pretty capable hacker. He has BTS 3,
Yep.
which is fine. Willpower 13, a breaker combi, and chain code. So he's
Mhm.
like capable fighter. He plays a lot for
Yep.
pays a lot for all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he
Uh,
does pay for the abilities that he brings. Um,
Yeah, but I also
mm,
don't have like many specialists here, so
no,
he's
just
I
chicken
like
breast.
him like being a toolkit.
Yeah. So
Uh,
when you were building this list, was it the active turn pieces that you went for first, or was it kind of utility stuff like Guilangs, or did you just
like
say I want to play a Hacktal and you just played a
I,
Hacktal?
I wanted to play a Haktao,
Uh-huh.
and then I wanted to play Daring because of Haktao,
Right.
and then I wanted to play Rishi because there are plenty of
Sure.
other pieces, but I just
Sure.
wanted Rishi,
Okay.
and then I wanted Sixth Sense Hacker.
Right. So you're an active
Uh,
turn kind of guy. You were thinking these are the active turn pieces I want to play.
like this is
You
this
said
is
that.
reactive turn,
Sure. Okay. Okay. Fine. But it's interesting
and
because when I build a list, Persian, right? The thing that I do is I actually usually look at utility and ARO pieces first. I don't know if you knew that, but I do the exact opposite. So yeah.
uh, yeah, like I started like what I told at the beginning, like what is exciting about the faction, and
Right.
defense
Right.
is not exciting. Defense is there to
No, defense is
survive,
very
and
exciting. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
all right.
But
So
no, go on, go on. Tell
yeah,
me
but
about it.
okay. So to survive, there are
Mhm.
those,
Mhm.
and then there are long yas who are pretty good, and then there is
Mhm.
this guy, and
Mhm.
this is the combo for the defense.
Mhm.
So this guy is most likely defensively my
Uh-huh.
hold off
Right.
because he can bring either a repeater or a mine.
Yes. So he mine lays either the mine or the repeater, which is incredibly
Mhm.
useful. Yeah.
And with Six Sense Hacker and another hacker which is in camo.
That's true.
Uh,
Though it is your
and
lieutenant.
yeah, so I don't like this guy is there to like break any like shenanigans with like
Mhm.
cautious moves and like moving
That kind of
behind the corner, like in the
yeah,
midfield, like
sure.
behind the
Sure,
repeater,
sure.
because like he says like I'm checking you, right? Like no samurai will sneak past him.
Right, right.
And then if they do something, I may decide if I want to reveal the lieutenant as
The
well,
lieutenant as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
because he
Mhm.
wouldn't get
Mhm.
mm, the reaction otherwise against like stealth targets.
Sure.
What do
Yeah.
I have? Song by so no, this was not this guy. Yeah, so
You have
there are two long
two
gas.
long
Yeah,
yards,
this
one of
is
them's a mind
yeah
layer. Yeah.
yeah. Then this
Um
guy is obviously like threatening. Like you don't want to be in the spotlighted state.
no.
So
No.
basically, I tried to make this thing with like two solid attack pieces,
Mhm.
uh, and then a Liberto because Liberto,
Because they're great.
and
Yeah.
then all the rest is designed to be like a threat by the missiles. So I just
Sure.
wanted to like because in Hack Islam I feel the missiles I tend to use are just shoehorned into the list,
Mhm.
and this list is actually capable of actually threatening with the missiles.
Right. Okay.
We'll
When
see how it goes.
what does that? Is it the fact that you've got this Sixth Sense hacker and is that the main thing or
And the repeater in the midfield.
and the repeater in the midfield? Right. That makes perfect
And the
sense.
Ruishi is also a repeater.
Also,
So
okay.
if I push, I already have a repeater. So if I
Sure.
then I can coordinate Rishi,
Sure.
a hacker, and a hacker,
Hmm.
and then move and either shoot or hack.
Or hack through. Yeah, that makes sense. That's really cool. Okay, but here's the question on everyone's lips. Were you not building for the missions? Did you just get overexcited and take the list that you wanted to take?
Yes, yes,
Yes, you did do that. Okay,
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah, of course. So when I look at the missions, supplies, yeah, like this is sort of defending, but I don't have any like specialists that have bonuses for the mission.
Sure.
Uh, it is sort of alright for like the supremacy because
Yeah,
those guys are forward deployed. This
yeah,
guy is forward
right.
deployed.
Hmm.
Liberto is forward deployed. Hacktow is pretty safe somewhere,
Yeah,
and it's lots of points,
that's a
so he
nice
can
lot of
take
points,
it.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like it is not designed for like right now.
Mhm.
I thought this was like my list for like three of the missions, and the
Yeah.
other one was the two. And right now, with the panic that I got induced by like the realization that the pairings are tomorrow for the IGL, I
Yeah.
am now considering the other list for supplies as well
I see.
for some
You're in a bit of
reasons.
a panic. Let me see this other list then. Do you have any specialists in this list?
I do.
You do.
I have a doctor. That's one thing.
Where's the doctor? Where?
And second group,
Oh, yes, there it is. Okay, you've got a doctor in
Zhang
the second
Sheng.
group.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and so many new names you learn.
Yeah, I think Zanshi is actually pronounced like Zhanshe, but I'm not entirely sure. I've had someone try to explain Yuqing names to me before, like with better pronunciation, but to be honest, I've forgotten slightly. I must
Yes.
confess.
So since I'm using my English learned pronunciation
Hmm.
about them, yeah, let's stick with
It
that.
will be a Zanshi.
Uh, yeah,
Let's
you
see.
don't want me to pronounce them in Polish.
Tell me about Cockrum. You've taken Cockrum. What does this?
Mm,
What's
uh,
he do?
Pokram is the latest addition to the list.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically the list was initially designed for like again, like it actually started as this list.
Which? Wait, where
The
are we?
like
Over
on the
here.
other side of the table, like
Mhm.
way back. So
I can see this
I
one. Okay.
yeah.
Doesn't have
So
Cockrum in.
yeah, I just wanted Hundun
Hmm.
HRL
Hmm.
and Liu Qing, the exploding
Yep.
trooper.
I see. Yep.
And yeah, and like all the rest is the same.
I
And then
see.
I
Yeah.
started thinking what I really want to do with the list. And I started modifying it, and like Hundun unfortunately dropped out.
Hmm.
And then before I got to Cockram, I met with a friend
Hmm.
who was also like trying to branch out from Aleph to Eugene, and he
Right.
said like such superlatives about long yas,
Hmm.
but in a context that didn't occur to me initially, and that is coordinating Panzerfausts.
Well, how was
And
that not on your mind as a Hack Islam player?
like, because they are expensive camo, like they are
That's
20
true.
points camo,
Well, expensive.
17
20
points.
points. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
expensive, but okay.
yeah.
Sure. And
But
Cochrum's an
like,
engineer, right? So he fits into the list quite
yeah, like
well.
initially the list had a doctor, an
Hmm.
engineer,
Right.
and a hacker lieutenant, and
Yeah, okay.
that's about it.
Hmm.
And then because of it was like a firefight, I said,
Hmm.
okay, three specialists is enough, but let's maybe get some usage out of them. And I
Sure.
wanted the list to actually fit into the power pack.
Okay.
So the Liu Jing fitted the power pack and
Hmm.
firefight because like firefight there is a lieutenant kill and Liu Jing
Yes.
is amazing at killing obvious lieutenants.
Yep.
There was still the Evo hacker there, but like I am of a mindset that Liu Qing is is landing on like 14. So in firefight that's 17 because
Hmm.
like the designated landing area.
Yeah,
So
that's
you are
very good.
guaranteeing it with Evo, which
Yeah,
is a
that's
very valid
very, very
point,
good.
but that's also another order. And I didn't have any other troopers in the list that
Mhm.
wanted to use the Evo.
Okay.
Initially, I had the Rishi, but I just I didn't. I wanted to test new things.
Yeah, that
You
makes
know?
sense. And you've got a Rushi list, right? So,
I got a Rishi list. So
mhm.
let's make it like the AP list. So
Okay,
the Hacktow is fine and amazing, but he doesn't have an AP.
he
So
doesn't. No.
Shang-Chi with tactical awareness is the main attack piece here
Mm-hmm.
with the AP.
Yeah.
And then like let's still use the NCO
Mm.
orders, but I needed something cheaper, so that's why Moang
Yeah.
gets there. And Moang also is in the second group with the Long Yas
Yeah.
to coordinate the
Mhm.
Panzerfausts
Right.
and Flammen
And
Spears.
okay,
I am
that's cool.
I am still like I cannot use the lieutenant order for
Mhm.
that, but still that's the thing. I'm
That's a
still
really nice miniature.
thinking. Thank you. I'm still thinking like that. That's the only my own miniature in the box. The rest are like borrowed from other people. Maybe the HVT is also there. Uh, but yeah, like I'm still considering if I really want to have the Flammenspear and Spitfire, Moang, or the
Mm.
Red Fury and
Mhm.
Arclad Cannon.
Sure.
Uh, I I am not starved for SWCs. I don't. I'm with the 2 points that the NCO that the Red Fury is cheaper. I would maybe upgrade the Shaolin
Mhm.
to the double action guy.
Sure.
And the reasoning is like the Red Fury has a longer range
It
and
does.
it's shock, and I don't have a shock anywhere else, so I might just use him to shoot the warbands, if nothing else,
Mhm.
using shock.
Yeah.
Spitfire has a higher strength, which is fine, and Flammenspear is nice to have, but I already have two Flammenspears on the
You
long
do.
gas.
Yeah. So
Uh,
can I just see if
yeah,
I've got this right? So you built the first list and you were quite excited. You were looking at the faction. You wanted to test out the Hacktown and some other things. You built that, and then you kind of said to yourself, "I want to try some different units, and I need to get some AP into the list because the Hacktown doesn't have AP." So in
yeah, and
this one, you went for the Shang-Chi.
yeah, let me tell you something about AP. I just played a tournament, a real
Mhm.
life tournament, and I faced double Salamandra list,
Yeah, I mean,
the,
it's not every day
yeah,
you're
the
gonna face
Tunguska.
double tags, though, is it? Um,
Yes, but at the moment my Omega, because I was playing
playing
all 12,
O12, yeah.
went there with regular HMG, and the Salamandra saved on a 5.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
It just, no,
No, you don't want to
it's
experience
terrible.
that. No. So you do need a list that brings hacking or AP or something that can get around that high armor. Um, sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So
So,
Hacktow in one and a
cur-
Shang-Chi in the other.
Yeah, Shang-Chi is like a more brute force,
Mhm.
but it also has more orders available.
That's cool.
Uh, so the
Mm.
second group is for Liu Qing if
Mhm.
he lands, or the Mo Wang, or like coordination,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Shaolin to smoke.
Right.
The first group is for the Shang-Chi.
Mhm.
Now the thing about like there is no missile bot, there is no like this synergy there. So I dropped the other hacker.
Sure.
I was thinking very hard if I still want to keep the link lieutenant with the hacker, the hacking device, because then his liability,
Yes.
because
Yes.
he's both the lieutenant and the specialist for the
Yeah.
firefight.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
I decided I still had some utility in the form of like the flash pulse repeater. And when I got to Cockram, I decided I wanted this profile of the Cockram for utility. And basically, this Diary Link Lieutenant is the oh shit button for like the tags that is
Yeah,
stomping
sure.
my
Right.
deployment zone.
So you do Crocrams obviously for deployment that brings a repeater. So in absolute exceptional measures, you can use the Dao Ying hacker through that repeater, if you really have to, I guess.
Yes, like Cockram is. I wanted the list to have for
hmm
the power pack. I didn't have. I decided I don't want the Guilangs for
hmm
some reason.
What
Like
what makes
Guilangs are
you
amazing.
want Cockram in Power Pack? Like, why did you pick
Uh,
him for that?
I wanted an engineer.
Okay.
And I just went the route of upgrading the engineer,
Sure.
and Eugene has access to amazing engineers,
Yeah,
and this
yeah,
is
it
one of
does.
them. I considered like both the Jujak and the Haidao engineers, and
Hmm.
Haidao is too slow.
Yeah.
Jujak is like the profile with the multi rifle of the Cockram is just 6 points more expensive and like better on every front.
Hmm.
And this guy is definitely worse gunfighter.
Sure,
Like
that's true.
doesn't want to fight. Yeah, because especially in power fight,
Hmm.
where there is the saturation zone in the middle, so the heavy
Yeah,
shotgun is basically like a chain rifle.
it's not very good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
So you've spoken about how you got excited, you picked certain pieces, and then you were thinking about how you had one list round out the weaknesses of the other, so like AP in one of the lists. What about, did you make mission allowances? Did you think, oh, for this mission I need a certain type of specialist, so I made some changes, or did you just kind of say, screw it, I'm just going to run what I like? Like, what was your attitude on that?
like I didn't really like I didn't really go into much depth as
Hmm.
to choosing like the specialist for the
Hmm.
mission bonuses. Like I know in
Sure,
supplies I would prefer to have a doctor, but on the other
absolutely.
hand, Liu Qing, if if the opponent brings
Hmm.
takes the packet, then you need to hunt them down.
You do,
Uh,
you do.
and you need to have assets, and like the doctor is a secondary consideration, because sometimes like if you have like a Montesa paramedic, this is
Hmm.
amazing for
For that
supplies.
mission, yeah.
Mm, but if you don't have like any like Asawira doctors
Hmm.
or Montesa paramedics, like good, durable, fast doctors,
Hmm.
then I don't see these like Zanshi Shank ever going actually after the packets early. But if the list crushes the enemy enough, then
Hmm.
it's a good good insurance to
Uh-huh.
have this doctor in the
Right.
second group to be able to like last turn just
Hmm.
go and actually not spend 6 orders clicking the thing
Right,
because you
can just
fail your willpower
go
rolls.
and grab the coffin. That makes sense. So you took a note out of the Pano school of thought, which is why don't I just kill everything first and then do the objectives afterwards?
Yeah, like Eugene is number one, second only to Pano, right? Or how was it? So yeah, I figure they have more tricks.
Mhm.
They
They
are
do.
more
They do.
in like they are more to my liking than
Mhm.
Pano. I tried to like build some panelists and I lacked some options.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, O12 also lacked some options, and I had a great fun playing the
Mhm.
white ones
Mhm.
lists in the real life tournament.
Yeah, they were fun.
Uh, yeah, and yeah, so basically, I picked the things that I like. I built some defense
Mhm.
that I think I will need, but
Mhm.
otherwise, we'll see how it goes, and I will
Sure.
definitely have some opinions afterwards.
Absolutely, as we all do. So, if you're a new player and you're watching this, what Perjan is saying is completely ignore the mission, pick the units that you want to pick, and just play them anyway. Um,
Uh,
and
like
yeah.
I like no the thing is like you have to have some tools,
Mhm.
and like the positioning of the tools and the intended use of them,
Mhm.
you have to take this in mind
Right.
uh, according to the mission, uh, but it's not required for you to like in some missions it is, but it is not absolutely required for you to like cater absolutely to the mission.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
is good,
Yeah.
but you have to also survive. You have to
Yeah.
also deal damage.
That's true. That's true. No, and actually, I think it's a completely reasonable point. Like, if you're going to into a tournament with a faction that you haven't played before, there's nothing wrong with picking two or three of your favorite units, starting from there, and then adding utility and specialists around them. I don't think that's the worst way of building a list at all. And I think it should hopefully lead to pretty fun games because at the end of the day, you're playing with the units that you want to play with, and that's always great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully.
hopefully, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? Like anything else that you've got to say about your first dive into Yuching?
Like the Cockram is the mm, definition of the profile, I wouldn't like look at in Hack Islam.
Right.
Like it's a 41 point with a guy with a shotgun.
Yes, it
Uh,
absolutely is.
like, and like I despise mm, the what's the name of the Namur,
Oh, the Namor.
the Namur.
Hmm.
Yeah, so let's maybe dig Cochran somewhere. So Namur is like BS12
Hmm.
specialist, fast specialist with total immune and
And
basically
Emarat and
mediocre guy
stuff.
fighting skill. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cochran is in the similar ballpark of points, like 36
Hmm.
points for the cheaper version with that can actually fight.
Sure.
But this is the ultimate utility piece. He has forward deployment, he has NCO, which is the big selling point because once
Hmm.
the Mowang bites the dust, you can
Hmm.
just use the NCO orders to heal your Longias.
Right,
Uh, that's
right.
amazing.
That's really cool,
Uh,
actually. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, place mines, place the EM mines, the repeaters. He has a heavy pistol plus one burst, so he can
Hmm.
actually fight up close.
Yeah,
He has a
it's
heavy
true.
shotgun, and he's quite like the biggest selling point for me was 6-2 movement and
Yeah.
the ability to place mines and
Hmm.
repeaters.
Hmm. He is forward deploying
And
specialist that gunfights like reasonably well and is an NCO. I
yeah,
like
like
he, yeah, I mean,
he is pretty safe, like in the
yeah.
fact that he can lie in the corner and be protected by a repeater or
Sure,
an EM mine
sure.
and overlooked by a Longia.
Yeah.
So and then when the tag
Mhm.
goes there, like he just places an EM mine or like a heavy shotgun or shoots with a meter.
Yeah, seems decent. Well, I wish you luck and I hope that you get good use out of these lists. But you're obviously stuck now with them for the next 5 rounds, so
Yeah,
there we go. You better like them.
yeah.
Um,
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for today, but I think like the main things that we covered are if you're brand new to a faction, pick a couple of profiles that interest you, throw them into the list, and then just think a little bit about the missions after that. Get your specialists in, get your utility pieces in, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with starting with a couple of models that really appeal to you. But with that, I think I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. See you.